जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी
Talk something political, and I would like to start with Brexit. So, those people who are living in Pakistan, who are living in South Asia, can you please explain a little bit what is Brexit?
Okay, Brexit. So initially what it is obviously we've been part of the European Union, a common market with the rest of Europe. So the United Kingdom, you've got the French, you've got the Germans, the Spanish, and so on. It's an economic group where basically there's free trade, there's free movement. So when it comes to trade, there's not heavy levies or anything as such. And that's to promote competition within the market and boost economies across the European region, as well as free movement of people. So that basically means the French are okay to come over here and work, the British are okay to go over to Germany and work, vice versa, and that sort of thing. And Brexit is essentially us, the British people, getting out of that market and breaking away from Europe. That's what Brexit is. We just had a referendum where majority of the people in the United Kingdom, well, not actually a majority, actually, it wasn't a majority, but a high portion of people wanted to get away from that. And so, obviously they were consulted, the people spoke, and now politicians are trying to break away now. So we're actually in the process at the moment.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And what's the key role of British people in European Union? I mean, why that was so important for them to get out from that European Union bloc?
That's a good question. I think we've been fed lies. There were a number of lies that apparently Britain pays too much to be a part of the European Union. So to have membership, Britain pays a lot, which is, I mean, understandable. I think we do pay in the region of millions, but in terms of the benefit that comes out, I mean, we're talking about billions here. Literally billions of money, resources. That we take from Europe. We have a brilliant connection with them. Our people go out, in places like France and Germany to work, and vice versa, and it helps our economy. But what's happened is, we've been told lies that apparently we are the ones who are paying for the entire thing, which is completely not right. Secondly, another thing as well, immigration. So I'm sure you know about the refugee situation out there in Syria, and a lot of Syrians coming into Europe, and then from France they're breaking into the United Kingdom through the tunnel, that sort of thing. So it's basically the media creating these anti and evil news, which has literally driven the people to vote against the European Union. And that's how I see it, to put it blunt and to put it simply.
Who are behind those people who are promoting those lies? I mean, what do you think about it? I mean, who are they people? Are they politicians? Are they bankers? What kind of mentality is present in UK who don't want to see UK to be the part of European Union?
That's a good question. I think it's the bankers. It's obviously it's the politicians as well, because they're constantly lying. Politicians are in essence blood-sucking animals. There's a conjunction of those two words, poly and ticks, blood-sucking animals, and that's what they do. They want to divide the people. They want to divide the people because when you divide people, it's more easier to control them, and that's exactly what's happening. And I think there's a bigger picture, which I don't really want to go into in this discussion. But the bigger picture is that they want to weaken the United Kingdom, and then what's going to happen is they'll weaken the United States of America, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but there's going to be a global turmoil in terms of the monetary situation, and that's what everyone's been gearing up for, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, keep tuned on my channel. That's when I actually promote such videos, and I need some time to actually give a stronger message in relation to that. But that's probably what it is. It's to divide, it's to weaken, and it's to get ready, for the new world order, essentially.
Okay, last question of Brexit. That is that. What is the future of UK or United Kingdom in the post-Brexit situation? What do you think in the future, if you're cut off from European Union? So, what's your economists are saying that
It's going to be it's going to be absolutely miserable. You see, a lot of people are hoping that there's going to be a sudden drop in the housing market, where young people can start buying houses. Obviously, a sudden temporary drop, I'd say. But I don't think it's going to be a temporary drop. I think it's going to be a heavy drop, and it's going to be lasting for a very long time. We're going to go through another depression in this country. And that's essentially what's going to happen. People are going to lose their jobs. Because a lot of people do work out there. We have many businesses in Europe, and all of a sudden to break away from all that, lose free movement of, lose our free movement within the union, that's going to be quite heavy for us. So I see people losing jobs. I see our standard of living dropping as well. Britain is not going to be Britain as it is right now. And I see the United States of America bullying Britain a lot more into wars. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because if we're a part of the European Union, it's more like being in a mega state, and it's difficult to bully a bigger state. But as soon as we break away, Britain is going to be Little Britain, probably tiny Britain.